Hey everybody, so we're about to get started on a bit of a journey back home, and I wanted to give you a quick showcase of the new tires. I mentioned them in my last video, and yeah, they look amazing. I have already driven an hour and a half on the highway, well, about 2 hours, and they were amazing. So really excited to get back out on the interstate and take you guys with. All right, thank you. Okay, everybody, we are pulling onto the highway, and I'm going to do a 0 to 75 pull. Not full throttle, but close enough, all right? So here we go. It's about half throttle. 45. 55, 60, 65. Gotta turn on cruise control. 75, accelerate, or set, I mean. Oh, well, my poll was interrupted. Okay, I guess we get a second chance. All right, here we go. Going up a little bit of a hill here. When you set the cruise control, it'll often accelerate a few miles per hour more. So if I were to set it to 73-ish, it would accelerate up to 75. It's just a little bit of a bump when you do it. So we are going to get ready here. Maybe you didn't do it that time, but we'll give it another little push. There we go, right at 75. Look at those beautiful, beautiful mountains. Very, very pretty. It's a beautiful day out today. Once again, very, very warm, in the 60s. Yeah, it's kind of a weird season here in Colorado this year. All of it too, not just Denver, but all of it. On today's drive, I'm going to take it really chill. Probably stick to the right lane most of the time. Go the speed limit. And really just sit back and relax. That's what's amazing about old cars, is they give you the opportunity to. They're not beeping and chiming and alerting you and making you scroll through menus or tap through laggy displays while you're literally driving. So that's what we're going to do today. I originally wanted to go 75 on this highway, which is the speed limit. But we got Mr. Motorcycle up ahead, and, I'm not going to pass him, right? I don't want to put him at danger, and I don't need to, so yeah. The really cool thing about old cars that people have either forgotten or don't realize is they often do have creature comforts. Like I have cruise control on my steering wheel. It works great, still works. I use it all the time. My XJ, it's just a sport model. It's not even a high-end model, has rear cooling and heating. So the channels will go through the center console all the way to the back, and the rear passengers will get rear air conditioning and heat. That's not something you even find in modern cars, especially economy cars, sometimes in the $30,000 range. You don't always find that. So it's nice to have in an old vehicle, and it really just makes the experience even more simple and more relaxing, to be able to just sit back, which is what I'm doing right now. Oh, and don't forget to turn your headlights on. Which I did, but we'll be okay. So I found something interesting at the gas station earlier. I found Chinese Red Bull. It is a very interesting can, and I think some of us, including myself, have been on Red Bull kicks or whatnot. Thankfully, I don't typically drink Red Bulls anymore, but the cool thing about this is it's labeled as a vitamin drink, and the taurine levels are like 10 times less than in a normal Red Bull. So shouldn't be like extremely unhealthy for me, but I'm interested to see what it's going to be like. I'll open it later when we're on the highway, and I'll give you guys my thoughts. So yeah, pretty cool. So I can't say for sure, but with cruise control on the Jeep, it seems to be engine braking. Let's go the speed limit here. There we go. Because the speed is not increasing like it would be when you're off of cruise control and off the gas. The revs are holding. So that's interesting. I'm not sure. Maybe one of you guys knows, but does cruise control in this Jeep actually hold the gear for engine braking? I'm curious. That is an XJ right there. I got the wave. There we go. It's interesting. I have owned two Wranglers. I owned a YJ and a TJ. And the thing about Jeep waves in that community of YJs, TJs, etc., is that you always get a wave. Doesn't matter really what Jeep it is. Doesn't matter who it is. You always get a wave. And, on a drive like this, you'll pass 20 Wranglers and you'll get 20 waves, but it almost takes away from the specialness of having something like that in the community when every single person every single time waves at you. And that's my opinion. Also coming from owning an XJ, not seeing as many, and getting a wave is much rarer. And at least personally, I feel pretty validated getting a wave from an XJ owner. It's just nice because it doesn't happen all the time. So, that's my thoughts. I'm also glad I don't get rubber duckies. I don't need those. So. There does seem to be a somewhat persistent rattle behind me to my left. I'm going to have to track that down. It appeared recently. And it's, I don't necessarily let that annoy me, and it doesn't. But it is, one of those things where it's like, if I can fix that, why wouldn't I? When I got Rosie, my XJ, she did not have any rattles, any squeaks at all. But after all the times I've taken her out onto the dirt roads, out into the prairie, camping, dispersed, she has developed a few rattles. And I figure I'll get them fixed. We're about to get on the highway. Thought I'd film the merge. Like I said, probably going to be sticking to the right lane most of the trip. Just sitting back, taking it easy. And yeah, here we go. Situation, it's important that you not be the one who caused it, and make defensive maneuvers if necessary. But for the most part, just got to keep an eye out. Constantly looking 360, checking my 12, checking my 3, my 6, and my 9. Making sure I have perfect situational awareness, using my peripheral vision. And that is a good way, that is the number one way to ensure that you are safe in any vehicle, and especially an old car. We are just entering Denver Metro. So I mentioned earlier, and I got this RedBull from China. So we are going to give it a little taste test as we kind of enter the city. I think I mentioned it, but it's labeled as a vitamin drink. Oh, how does this open? Okay. I don't know. I don't know how this is supposed to open, so, because I just tried to pop it up and it didn't do anything. It smells like a Red Bull, though. I guess I got a little bit of it. Oh gosh. Okay. Well, guys, I won't be able to give you the impressions on the Chinese Red Bull. Maybe when I get home, but for now, we are driving through Denver. Should be able to see the skyline here in just a minute. Let me sit up straight. There it is. Oh yeah, here we are. We're getting into some serious traffic now. got the Chinese Red Bull. Let's give it a taste. Ooh. It tastes like normal, like original flavor Red Bull. But honestly kind of better. Still not the best though. Real Red Bull enjoyers drink watermelon.